Okay. No, I'm going to open it with my hand.
I'm not saying anything. She's driving.
Aloha! Aloha! Again, welcome everybody. So on the count of 3, just yell out where you come from. Okay? Ekahi, Elua, Ekolu, California.
You get all that?
Well, I guess I'm the only one from Maui then. It is nice to see the ships coming back to the islands once again because it's helping our economy. Even after a year, after everything happened within our nation, we, as far as the islands, are still not up to par as far as bodies working in the tourist industry. We've cut a lot back. So again, thank you for coming to visit the islands. Because if you weren't here, I'd not be here. I won't have a job. Now, coconuts to Hawaii, like sugarcane, were brought in by Polynesians. So for them, crossing the ocean and drinking water, this is how they did it. Whenever you pick up a coconut and you shake it, you're hearing water, not milk, not yet. Milk comes later. Water is first and foremost. In a young coconut, the water can easily measure 16 ounces. People who have liver, kidney, and asthma, coconut water is very healthy for you. And third world countries did use the water as IV or blood plasma. So, from green we go golden. This is the most dangerous of all coconuts on the tree. They tend to fall off at any given time, whenever it wants. Some of these easily weigh up to 15 pounds. Wow. This one in my hand is quite heavy. And then we have the last stage, brown and matured. Guys, if we were back in the village, this is your job. First, you would climb the palm tree to gather the coconuts, and then you used a stick that's in the ground. At the point of the stick, you choose a side on the coconut, pushing it in, and then husk all the way around. Because it's modern day, women get to open coconuts too, not only the men. So, I have my pick. But there is no snakes. Thank you much. There's a Samoan chief on Oahu who can husk open a coconut with a stick in 6 seconds. And I'm too slow. But there's a woman, she's here on Maui, she does it in 2 minutes with her teeth. And that's not me. She has been on Ripley's Believe It or Not. Okay? So you choose a side on the coconut, 1, 2, 3, aim it to the pick. No machine's been invented yet to do this, so it's still pretty much in my hand. I don't know about this side, but this side is okay. And yes, in the beginning, I did get hurt. I did stab myself.
Ow.
But I've since learned.
Don't do that once, right? Stab yourself.
Yeah. So out of all that, here's our little tiny coconut. So ladies, our job in the village would be collecting inner fibers from your coconut husk. We would pull it out, and and then start to break it apart, something like this. Next, with your fingernails, you clean it all off. They will look like little threads. After it becomes all clean, you either braid, you weave, or you roll it in your hand to become the rope that we made for the village out of coconut fiber. Next, I have my coconut face. All of you are pretty much familiar with it. Looking like a balloon fish, mouse, seal, bowling ball, monkey, mother-in-law, or a relative you left back home. And just to show you, with a tool that has a point, or you could use an ice pick, on the face, the point will never go through the eyes. Never. Because it's still part of the shell. This point will always go through the mouth on a coconut, every single time. So the water in here should look exactly like water that we drink. Okay? Not milk, water first. Clear is good. Milky white or gray. So if you think you had coconut milk in the past coming out of here, that is the wrong place. That means a bacteria or an insect has gone in the mouth, infecting everything inside. What you drank before, thinking you had milk, was really bad coconut, because drinking it, then you do the coconut squat all day. There is no fat in coconut water at all, none at all. There's a high content of fat in the meat, right in my hand now, but never ever the water. And it's mainly water. It's not sweet as we all think coconut should be. This is not oily, it's not sweet, it's water. So I cover the mouth. Again, it highlights the eye. There's a line that runs front to back, top side. This is one of the stress points to crack it open. Here's my rock or a hammer. Hitting it top side on the line will crack into, I hope, because in my job, so not so hard to crack. It just depends on the size of the coconut, that's all. Okay, everybody, here we go. Very good. Now, coconut milk is grated meat you put through a cheese cloth. That becomes milk. Otherwise, what you have in here is always referred as water. Now I have two nice pieces. Here's my bowl. Here's my cup. If I was 2 sizes smaller, it would fit in it. But not today. To eat the meat, you cup it in your hand. You hit the outside on a hard surface like cement. Strike it a few times. This shatters and cracks. It separates from your meat, then you break off chunks and you eat it. Okay? So again, coconut water has no fat at all. The meat, yes, right here, a lot, but never ever the water. Any questions? All right, you kindly turn around and make your way back on the tram, please.